Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Today we are going to be playing with some new makeup products. I have some drugstore, I have some high-end, I have some stuff that I got sent to me, and I have some other stuff that I purchased from Marshalls, Ulta, just some randomness. So I hope you guys are excited. I also hope that you're doing well today when you're watching this video, and I don't really have any updates for you guys, so let's just go ahead and jump into it. Don't forget to grab a snack. It's going to be a long one, so let's get started. Just got my hair cut, so if it looks shorter, that is why. So I already primed my lids. I did my brows. I don't really have any new brow products. I always stick to what I know when it comes to the brows. So yeah. For eyeshadow palette today, I actually purchased this a few weeks ago and I was like kind of looking through my makeup. I need to do another decluttering video, but I found this and I was like, oh my gosh, I totally forgot that I ever even purchased this. So this is the Flower Beauty Sugar Rush palette. I love Flower Beauty. Their eyeshadows are incredible. And I saw this and I was like, yeah, this is amazing. So I needed that. I love the fact that the shades in here are so different than what's typically out on the market. I kind of have an idea of what I want to go for, so let's just go with it. I'm actually going to start off and I'm going to use this brush that comes with the palette because I really like it. I'm going to be taking this shade right here, which is like a nice pink. Okay, I like this brush, but I'm going to save that. I want to use something a little bit bigger for the crease. I'm going to use this ColourPop blending brush, and I'm going to just take that same shade and kind of use this as a transition color. I'm really building this color up. I want this look today to be very smoky. I don't know what I'm gonna do, but I know that I want to play with this blue brown shade that's in here, so. Blending pretty nicely, and it's building up nice as well, which I like. Sometimes I feel like pink eyeshadow can be very intimidating, and even for me, like I don't tend to gravitate towards it as much, but I feel like this pink is like really pretty and very wearable. Like I like it. It's like a melon color. I am then going to be taking this shade right here and I'm going to be applying that kind of like all over the lid. I think I'm going to do a halo eye today, so let's go with it. There's always airplanes, motorcycles. It wouldn't be a JuicyJas video without distractions in the background. Sorry about that. Okay, so I'm using a Sigma E25 blending brush and I'm going to be taking that color and I'm just going to run that kind of all over the lid and also like in the crease area. Wow, this color reminds me of like grape soda and I love it. There is some fallout as you can see, but I always tell you guys that fallout doesn't bother me because like it really doesn't. Especially in a drugstore palette, it doesn't bother me because I always do my eye makeup first anyway, so I find that it happens also with drugstore palettes, high-end palettes, so it's not really a deal breaker. So then what I'm going to do is I'm going to be taking this shade right here, which is just screaming my name. It's just like a really pretty, it kind of looks like a sort of like a blue-brown shade, but it kind of has like blue-purple in it. At least that's what it looks like. So I'm going to be taking that and applying that right to the center of my lid. I'm going to use this Profusion smudger brush. It's kind of just like a dome shape. Okay, yeah, this looks a little glittery, so we're going to need to spray the brush. So I'm going to dip my brush in the shadow and then I'm going to take some spray. I'm actually going to be using this spray later. It's from OFRA. It's not really like as intense as I thought it was gonna be. So I'm gonna take my finger. I thought it was gonna be a little bit more like bam. It's pretty, but I feel like this is more so like a topper shade. It's not going to be super like bam in your face type shadow. You know what I'm saying? It's really pretty though, but I feel like this is gonna lay well over top of other shadows. Definitely is kind of like a blue-brown shade, but the undertones are not brown. They're kind of purpley. So I guess blue-purple shade. Look at that color. I love it though. It's so beautiful. It's so unique. It does take a little bit of building up. It's not as like I said, it's not as intense as what I thought it was gonna be, but it's still really pretty. I'm gonna take that blending brush that came with the palette. I'm gonna pick up this color right here, which is like a deeper plum. I'm gonna kind of run that right in the inner part of my lid, a little bit on the outer part of the crease as well. Just to make that a little darker so that the contrast from the lid is a little bit more intense. I tend to always bring the shadow a little too far in here. So what I'm gonna do is just take this e.l.f. Flawless Concealer brush and I'm gonna just kind of run that right in that area. And I'm just gonna blend it out like that. I'm gonna use an Anastasia number 18 brush and I just sprayed it. This is like my favorite brush for really packing on color. I want that to be a little bit more intense, so I'm gonna just pack that on there like that. Okay, I think that helps. I'm gonna go in with the Essence Get Big Lashes Mascara. I don't think that I've tried this before on camera. I love Essence mascaras though, so I feel like, you know, this is gonna be good. I'm just gonna do a quick coat. I'm not gonna do any liner or anything today. I'm just gonna be applying some falsies. For lashes, I have these new ones from Kiss. This is from their Naked Drama collection, so I'm gonna just pop these on. These are in the style Lacey. I love Kiss lashes, you guys know that. Okay, so I'm gonna just let the lash glue dry for like 2, 3, maybe 4 minutes. The band is a little bit thicker than traditional lashes that I do use that are a little bit more natural, so it takes a little bit longer for the glue to dry. So whenever I'm letting my lashes dry, I usually just set them aside like right on top of the box or like the case themselves, and I just sit them there for a few minutes. So now we can jump into the skin. I'm excited. I love face products. Okay, so first I have the Catrice Goodbye Pores Face Primer. I believe they had some other ones as well, but anytime something says it's gonna fill in my pores, I'm gonna get it. Okay, it kind of feels like a lotion, so I'm gonna focus this on my T-zone. Has a really strong scent. It's weird. It kind of smells like a, I don't know, like a cleaning product or something. It's very, very strong. Okay, definitely filled in the pores really nicely. By the way, I get so many questions about this mirror every single time I use it. It's all gross ass makeup on it, but this was actually sent to me from Joa Beauty, but I'm pretty sure you can find stuff like this at any drugstore. So check out like Walmart or CVS. Okay, so then I have this OFRA makeup fixer. So I've actually never tried any sprays from OFRA, but this looks pretty good. So apparently this is supposed to set your makeup, but I always like to spray some sort of spray beforehand. So I'm gonna just spray it right now. That smells really good. Kind of smells like a body spray mixed with a hairspray a little bit. It smells good. All right, for foundation, I have the new one from IT Cosmetics. This is the Confidence in a Foundation Oil-Free Long Wear Weightless Full Coverage Foundation. So this is what it looks like. The packaging is beautiful. It's like a frosted glass. It's very sleek. I like it. So they sent a bunch of shades over. This foundation shade comes, I believe, in 48 different shades, which is great for IT Cosmetics. Like finally, they have a really good shade range. The shades that they sent me, I don't know if they're gonna match. They're really tan. I mean, I'm not tan at all right now. So the lightest one that I have that I think is gonna match me is 305 Tan Golden. So let's go with it and see if I can make it work, hopefully. It looks very yellowy, so we'll see. So it does come with a pump, which I really, really like. Apparently this is like one of the most full coverage foundations on the market currently, so I'm with it. Oh, let me take off my earrings actually. So I'm gonna use my Wet n Wild Beauty Sponge. This has been my favorite. Oh my gosh, this is not going to match. Oh my god, this is so thick. I definitely used way too much, and this is not gonna be my shade. Okay, let me wipe this off because I don't need this much foundation. I can already tell this is a very thick foundation. Whew. Holy cow. Very thick, very dark. Oh my god, this is scary. I literally look yellow right now. Am I gonna be able to make this work? I don't know. I really don't know if I'm gonna be able to make this work. Let's drag it down. I don't usually apply foundation all the way down my chest, but today we are gonna make it work. Oh my gosh, this is scary. Okay, to be fair, I didn't pick out this shade. I think it looks really, really good. It definitely has like a natural powder matte finish. It's not like too matte on the skin, but it definitely is a foundation where a little bit goes a long way. It says 1 to 2 pumps. I think 1 pump is all you need, to be honest. So then for concealer, I actually just got this in the mail right before I started filming this video. This is the Sleek Makeup Life Proof Concealer And Sleek, I'm pretty sure Sleek is available at some Ultas. I know it used to be available at the Ulta near my school, and then they also have it, of course, online. I'm not sure about like Walgreens or anything, but it's a really great brand. I have a lot of favorites from them. Also does not look like it's going to match me. It looks very gray, and my skin is not gray at all. It definitely is more on the olive side, but hopefully I can work with it. Oh, almost forgot about the lashes. Ooh, these are really, really pretty. They're like really curly and just pretty. Don't mind the glue on there. I'm gonna fix that in just a minute. Oh wow, this is actually not as gray on the skin as what I thought it was gonna be. It has a little bit of a yellow undertone to it. This kind of smells like paint. A lot of people ask me, they're like, do you smell stuff just for the video or do you just do that? I just do that like in everyday life. It's a really bad habit because I do it even with like food and stuff sometimes, which is kind of weird, but I just like to know what things smell like. I'm just gonna use the same sponge to blend this in. I'm gonna use this Japanesque 718 brush. I actually found this at TJ Maxx, I'm pretty sure, or was it Marshall's? It was one of the two. And I'm just gonna use this to kind of really press the concealer in and just blend out like the smaller areas on my face. I don't feel like the concealer is full coverage, but I feel like it gives me a nice medium coverage base. I'm gonna add a little bit more. I don't think the foundation looks as scary as when I first applied it. I was so scared. Oh my gosh. This foundation really looks like, what's the word I'm looking for? Like airbrush. Like it just looks so soft and smoothing on the skin. It's crazy. All right guys, so I don't have a new powder, so I just went ahead with my usual COLLAB Ultrafine Loose Setting Powder in Porcelain Ivory. You guys already know I love this, so I just set my entire face with that, my under eyes, everything. I think everything looks a lot better now versus when I first applied that crazy foundation color, but I told you, I always try to make it work. So then for bronzer, I have the new Hoola Caramel Bronzer. Do you guys say caramel or do you say caramel? I always say caramel, but yeah, I'm so excited about this. I actually love the Benefit Hoola Bronzer. I haven't used that one in forever. So when I saw this, I was like, oh, I'm so happy that they finally have some darker shades. So this one looks very warm, so I'm gonna be very gentle with this. I'm just gonna use this to bronze the skin. I'm gonna use this brush from Wet n Wild. This is the P60. I feel like this bronzer is definitely going to be more ideal for when I am tan. Really, really nice color. Very warm. If you are more fair, I would not recommend this. I think this is definitely for my medium tanner skin tones, but it is doable if you are very, very light-handed with it, but it's beautiful. I love that. Then for contour, I have this Profusion contour palette. I actually got this from Marshall's. I know that a lot of people have told me that they don't enjoy when I show a lot of products from Marshall's or TJ Maxx because it's hard for you guys to get your hands on it, but a lot of the brands that they do sell there, you can get them directly on their website. I mean, with Profusion, they have this at Target, Walmart, some of them. So you just have to kind of be on the hunt for them. These shades are very, very ashy, so I'm gonna go in with this one right here to contour a little bit. And I love the fact that you get a little brush in here. This was only $8, so it's a bargain. So I'm actually gonna start with my nose today, and I'm gonna do a little nose contour with this little brush here. It doesn't have a name on it. It's just like a nice brush right for the nose. It's perfect. Now, I'm not an expert with nose contouring, you guys know that, but I do like to add something to my nose because I don't want it to just look like, you know, so plain, since it's like the only part of my face that doesn't really have like anything on it besides foundation, obviously, and powder. But and I'm going to use that same shade, like I said, to just contour the cheeks a little bit. Definitely is a very cool tone palette, so just keep that in mind. If you don't like cool tones, you probably won't like this. Okay, then for blush, I have the LA Girl Island Hottie blush palettes. Look how pretty this is. They actually have, I believe, 2 or 3 palettes, but of course I love this one because it is a bunch of warm tone blushes. I'm gonna use another Japanesque brush. This one is the 736. I'm gonna kind of do a little bit of that. A little mixing action. Top off the excess. So pretty. Wow, gives you a really light flush, which I love. So then for highlights, I have two palettes actually. So I have another palette from LA Girl. This is their Moonlight Magic palette, and this one is in Moonlight Magic. They have another one that's a little bit darker. I actually have quite a few new highlighters, but I don't want to use too many. So I think today I'm gonna go with this palette maybe. And then I also have this one that I got from Marshall's, which looks really interesting. It's the Tahari palette. This was only $5. Look how pretty that packaging is. And it comes with a mirror and everything. Like, I'm just shocked that some of these brands can be so affordable and look like this. Like, it's crazy. These look like they're gonna match my eyes a little bit more. So I think I'm gonna start with this, and then if needed, if it's too light or too pinky, I'll add the other shades in. So I'm gonna be taking this shade right here and this color. Are you kidding me? Also taking a little bit of the shade Honey Beige right here. So of course I'm mixing. Oh, wow. I don't think I'm gonna even need to dip into the other LA Girl palette. This is beautiful. Oh my God, that looks so stunning. I'm gonna use the other LA Girl palette on the other side, even though I wanna use this all over my face, my body, everywhere, but okay, I'm gonna just to test out the other one as well. The brush that I was just using is the Anastasia A23. The brush that I'm about to use is a dupe for it, so it's from Amazon. I'm gonna just use from the LA Girl palette these two colors right here. Pretty, but definitely lighter. Yeah, this LA Girl palette is a little bit more natural, which I don't mind. I like a natural highlight depending on the type of look that I'm doing, but today's look is, you know, it's a little intense, so I'm gonna jump back into the other palette, Tahari Beauty Radiant Glow Illuminating Powder Palette. Wow, incredible. Okay, so now we're gonna finish up the lower lashes. So of course I'm going to use the Sugar Rush palette once again, and I'm gonna actually do the inner corner and brow bone highlight because this shade right here is speaking to me. I'm gonna use this tiny pencil brush from Wet n Wild. I'm gonna dip in here and I'm gonna spray my brush because I feel like with the shimmers in the Flower Beauty shadows, you really need to spray, at least in this palette. Okay, again, this color is not really as intense as what I thought it was gonna be. I thought it was gonna be like really like bam, but it's really not, as you can see. It's pretty, but not what I expected. It's just kind of like a glitter. I feel like these are gonna be really pretty shades to top if you wanna enhance maybe like a shadow that you already have there on your lid. You know what I mean? So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take the highlighter palette, again, the Tahari palette from Marshall's, and I'm gonna just take this frosty white color right here because I really want that to pop and to be like, bam, right in the inner corner. So I'm gonna, oh yeah. Yes. So pretty. You see how like that just makes that look so vibrant? Whew, stunning. Then I'm gonna go back into the Sugar Rush palette. I'm gonna pick up this shade and drag it right on my lower lashes. And then with a definer brush, I'm gonna pick up the plum color and I'm gonna be pressing that down just to give it a more defined look. I'm gonna be using the LA Girl Shockwave Neon Liner. This one is in Vivid. I feel like it just kind of goes with what we got going on with the eyeshadow. I wasn't really a huge fan of that Essence mascara that I was using earlier, so I'm gonna just coat my lashes with a different mascara. And the one that I'm gonna be using is actually from Essence. It's just a different kind. This is the Lash Princess False Lash Effect Mascara. Okay, now we can jump into the lips. So I don't have a new lip liner. I don't really buy a lot of new lip liners because I already know what I like as far as that. So I'm just gonna line my lips lips with the LA Girl Perfect Precision Lip Liner in the shade Bear, of course. Okay, so for lips, I have this cute little Anastasia matte lipstick set. I actually found this at Marshall's for $17, and you get a total of 6 lipsticks in here, which I think is such a steal. So if you look on the back, you can see that the shades vary. So you have some nudes and some pops of color, which I'm all about. So I'm gonna be using a nude shade today because I feel like that is just gonna go best with this eye look. So I've tried Anastasia lipsticks once, wasn't a fan of it. I felt like they were too matte, too drying. So I figured, you know, let's give them another chance. I'm all about second chances, especially with makeup. So I'm gonna go in with the shade Latte. Did I try this shade before? No, I don't think that was the color. I don't remember what the color was that I tried, but it kind of reminds me of this, so maybe it is the same color. It's not the most terrible thing in the world, but it's definitely not the most creamy formula either. Okay, finally, I'm just gonna go ahead and set my makeup once again with the OFRA Makeup Fixer. Alright guys, so this is the completed makeup look. I will say that I pretty much like everything that I used that was new. I don't have any major complaints. The only two things that I can say, for sure, this Sugar Rush palette, I expected more from the shimmers, which is weird because I've tried Flower Beauty shadows in the past and they have been amazing. I mean, not to say these aren't amazing, but you definitely have to work with the shimmers here a little bit more versus the mattes where they're super blendable and super creamy. But I thought the shimmers were going to be like really, really intense and vibrant like the other palettes that I've tried. So maybe there's some inconsistencies with their new stuff. I do like the palette regardless. I think it's really pretty, but definitely expected a little bit more from this one in particular. This lipstick is definitely super matte, but it doesn't feel as drying as what I remember from the last time that I used the lipstick. I don't remember if I used this exact color. Now that everything has settled, I really actually do like it with this look. I think it's pretty, and I mean, it's not bad. Everything else, oh yeah, the only really major thing that I can see myself not really using a whole lot is this Essence mascara right here. But other than that, I mean, I really like the foundation. The shade is obviously off. I'm gonna see how it wears throughout the rest of the day, but the foundation was nice. The concealer was nice. I like how natural it looks on the skin, and I like how creamy it was. It's definitely not full coverage though, so if you're looking for something full coverage, the Sleek Concealer is not for you. This foundation is full coverage though. It is matte. I feel like this is gonna be really good for my oily skin girls, and guys, but we'll see how it wears once again. The spray is nice, but I'll have to keep using it. The primer was nice. I'm just not a huge fan of the smell. I can't smell it on my face now, but like when you first apply it, it definitely is very strong. The lashes, I love the highlighting palette. I think this is probably my favorite thing that I tried out of everything today. I mean, this is incredible. If I can find this at all, like on their website or something, I will definitely link it below because this is beautiful. This is like so beaming, just so stunning, and there's no glitter in it. It's literally just like a wet looking glow, and I'm all about it. So this I love. But yeah, other than that, I'm really happy with everything. So I'm gonna come back in a few hours. I'll do a check-in with you and we'll see how the makeup is wearing. But so far, so good. I'm so happy with these products for the most part. So yeah, I'll check back in with you guys in a little bit. Hey guys, I'm back. So it's been a few hours since I last checked in with you, and this is what my makeup is looking like. So first of all, two things. I'm really surprised at how oily I am because I did feel like that foundation that I used from IT Cosmetics was super matte. I mean, it wasn't like uncomfortably matte, but I really thought this was gonna hold up for a little bit longer. I mean, I didn't use a mattifying primer or anything, but obviously touching up for me is much needed. Also, I did eat and I was drinking and everything, and I mean, drinking water, not drinking alcohol. And you can see my lip color is still on, but it's obviously faded really, really ugly. I don't like the way that it looks. I have like that cake residue in the inner part of my lip, which is so annoying. Every single time I do any type of matte lipstick, that always tends to happen to me, and it's the most frustrating thing because it's like I exfoliate, I moisturize, like what else am I supposed to do? But everything else is still in place. The blush, the bronzer, the highlight, the eyeshadow, yeah, everything is pretty intact. I just obviously need to touch up the makeup, so let's do that right now. I'm just gonna use my Palladio rice paper blotting sheets. Yeah, I do not like the lip color. So at first I didn't think it was that bad. I mean, it doesn't feel like drying or anything, but I don't like the way that it fades. And I just, it's definitely just not a favorite of mine, like formula wise. Yeah, my lashes are ready to come off for sure. So as far as the face makeup, it was really nothing that a blotting sheet can't fix. You can see I think it looks so much better now. I don't look as shiny, and I think everything still looks really, really good. So for me, the review still stands the same, and my first impressions from earlier are pretty similar. I really don't love the lip color. I'm gonna try out the other shades and see how they wear, but as far as this, I don't like this at all. It's not cute. Yeah, I really, really love everything else though. I think out of everything, probably my least favorite thing besides the mascara from earlier is probably the lip, just because of how it looks and how it faded and everything. But other than that, I'm super impressed with these makeup products. I think that some of them are definitely worth trying. Let me know if you have tried any of these. I'm really curious. And I really hope you guys enjoyed this video. I'm gonna go pop off. You know what? Let me just do it now. That lash needed to come off. I mean, I love the lashes, but it was time for them to come off. But I really hope you guys enjoyed the video. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel before you leave. I love you guys so much, and I will see you very soon in a few days in my next one. Bye.